Going to get started. It's a beautiful day. We appreciate everybody's time, especially all the elected officials that are here. I know we've got elected officials at the city and the county and the state level. Again, welcome to the Laundry Building. Beautiful day. We got all this fancy grass here. I can't even pronounce it. I feel like you're at the Masters or something. My mom showed up right on time over here. First, I'd like to introduce my mom and dad. If they could just raise their hand quickly. There's Mom in the red. And this project is mostly my dad's. I've got a little piece of it. I got a gazillion hours in it, but it's mostly my dad's project. But anyway, welcome. We're excited to, finally, and I appreciate the patience of the Hughes team. We've been diligent working on this project. I'm embarrassed to clarify how many years, but we're now officially open. We did a soft opening a couple months ago. But in short, we have 16,000 square feet of beautifully restored historic building. We have 1 acre of land. We've got the beautiful trees over here that we call the Grove. But this is the, some of you may have read, it's the oldest surviving service building on the campus. So it dates back to 1883, and there's all kinds of cool history. We had John Shear help us on. We're going to do a historic plaque. But in short, during the Civil War, where we stand now on this 5 acres, was a prisoner camp for Union soldiers during the waning months of the Civil War. So that was called Camp Asylum. So we'll have an historic marker coming talking about the history of the Laundry Building and then also Camp Asylum, etc. I'll be brief again. In terms of the inside, we're going to do some formal tours, informal tours, but in short, we were able to restore or retain much of the historic character despite the building being abandoned. I don't know, John, maybe it was 50 years. So when you walk inside, you've got the soaring ceilings. It's amazing, this antique heart pine, what it can withstand, even being exposed to elements for decades. So when you look around, you got the exposed wood trusses. You've got in the back the original steel sash windows, the lower level. Up here, these windows were filled in with brick. We opened those back up with historically compatible, energy efficient windows. When you look around, there's all kinds of cool historic character features. We had, I don't know, maybe it was like 8 of these dryers, one of which you'll walk in will be to the left. Each of those weigh about 500 pounds, the original dryers in the building. So we refurbished those. Our architect, Trip Riley, Stu Tillard, came up with a cool idea to take some of the drums and make them into cool light fixtures you'll see as you go in. And then in general, we've got, when you go in, you've got a good mix. It's kind of a good rustic mix of exposed brick, historic plaster. If the plaster was in good condition, we kept it. If it was in poor condition, we moved it. So it's a good kind of a rustic mix. A couple of little details. We restored the cupola up behind me, you'll see when you get in, but the original spire was in good condition. We found the giant fans were still up there. We refurbished those, found a date of 1901 on those. And there's some cool little features where you can do your own customized light in the cupola if you're having an event. I don't know, we had Blue Cross did their big annual awards corporate event here, and they could light up the cupola blue, etc. Other little, features. There was once a rail spur that came up between us and the bakery building. Kids, behave over here. between the bakery building, and some of those rail spurs are structural support columns. They're already here. We just kind of spruced them up in the main event venue part. But in short, we've got 8,000 square feet. We call that the Laundry event venue for weddings, corporate events. We've got the spectacular Grove over here, the beautiful trees you can tent. You've got, to me, I think a very unique vantage point of the iconic dome of the Babcock building. I love the slate dining hall roofs and everything else. And of course, you got the historic bakery right across the street. That's kind of quick overview. In terms of, we got a lot of people to thank, but again, all the elected officials, thank you so much. Robert Hughes and his team, Chandler Cox, Janie Quinn, all been incredible to work with. I've been around a while. I was in a gazillion meetings with your dad. Tremendous respect for your family. Back in the day, as you all recall, they brought in all these world-renowned planners, and it shows. You ride around today, the attention to detail, the remarkable architecture, landscaping, streetscaping, and the pipeline here is spectacular. So it's exciting times for sure. Quick few thank yous. City of Columbia, all the staff's been great. Amy Moore, who I love, I don't know if she's here. Amy helped there. All right, great, awesome. Amy, we wouldn't have done it without it, but Amy helped us handled the landmarking of the building. Stacy Ritchie helped with some of that research, but that was a key component to be able to move forward, was the landmark, Bailey bill. Not to bore with all the details, we did an opportunity fund. Thank you, U.S. Senator Tim Scott. That was a key driver of it, and then we're doing several abandoned buildings that are state tax credits as well, so that helped tremendously. As I mentioned earlier, trip rallies to our awesome architect, Weathers Contracting, James Allen, I think is here, his wife's here, she actually took some great photos for us the other day. Dave Carroll's project manager, Neary, who works closely with him. Neary is the man, most of you probably don't even know him. AquaSeal did our standing seam metal roof. Historic Columbia is helping with our historic markers and other things. Nan Samatera helped us with interior. There's a lot. I'm trying to get the list quickly. Nan Samatera helped a lot on the interior design. Mary T. Dow. We had MRB Group. They're here. They handle the civil component. Davis and Floyd survey and landscape architecture. And then I'd also like to thank the Bull Street community in general. We have awesome neighbors. Greg Hilton with SoCo, the Babcock folks. We met a lot of the townhouse people, Central Energy, etc. So just a wonderful community and neighborhood. Last but not least, I thank my wife. She's been running the event venue here, and she's doing a great job. We're getting to spend a lot more quality time together. It's absolutely wonderful. It's just never a dull moment. But I've learned I need to keep her busy. The more free time she's got, the more money she's spending. So she's been really busy here lately, which is great. With that, thank you all for everyone. I'm going to turn it over to Robert Hughes, who needs no introduction. Thank you all.
Thank you, Todd, and the real thanks today goes to you. I mean, you have been a driving force behind this building and created something spectacular, obviously with a great team, but you've created something here that is incredibly unique and something very special and something you should be incredibly proud of. So congratulations and thank you. The Bull Street District is in a really fun place today. Thank you all for being here today to celebrate the accomplishment of getting the laundry building open in a place that feels really good and only feels better. Every time I am here, it feels better. There's something that's changed or something that's improved. But one of the things that makes Bull Street so special and unique are these historic buildings. You know, back in 2012, we had a lot of debate. How many buildings to save, where, what, and the agreement was we'd save 5. And if there were more that could fit, we would try to save more. Well, I'm proud to call this the 10th building on the campus that has been restored. And I think it fits perfectly and is a testament to all that can happen here, and it ties everything so well together. And Todd and his team have done a tremendous job of preserving the history inside, telling the story of this building in context of this campus. And we're just really proud and honored for what is to come, for the next chapter for this building. All of the events, the potential office space, all the unique things that will happen here under Todd's stewardship, and it's going to be really fun to watch. Todd thanked so many people. There are so many more to thank as well, but I will echo his comment on the City of Columbia, which has been a tremendous partner for Bull Street, and none of this would be here without their partnership, without their leadership, staff, elected official leadership, up and down inside the city. It has been a tremendous lift and a tremendous joy to work with everyone inside City Hall. And I think that starts very much at the top and with Mayor Rickman's leadership, who has been a tremendous asset and champion for everything in this city and a tremendous friend to Bull Street. So I will introduce him and thank him for all he has done for Bull Street and for this city. And we're excited for what's next, what's more to come, and appreciate again all of the investment and interest and excitement of what you've built here. So thank you, Todd, and Mayor Rickman, to you.
Well, it's another great day in Columbia. It's always amazing. First of all, I want to thank Todd and your entire family. You know, this project's getting a lot of attention, but the reality is the Avants have played a major role in the growth of Columbia, South Carolina for decades. I'd like to thank Mr. Avant. I didn't see him. Your dad's here somewhere.
Definitely here.
Anyway, wherever you are, Dad, thank you.
Why are you looking for a chair?
Oh, there he is. He's hiding in the shade. He's a smart man. very excited about this piece too, because when you add all the components to Bull Street and what we have going on in the city and the vibe, the culture, the reason people are, people aren't talking about Charleston and Greenville anymore. They're talking about Columbia, South Carolina, and I don't care where you are in the United States, people are talking about Columbia, South Carolina. Why? Because we're telling our story. This is one piece of telling the story. And later in this month, we're going to have 60 elected officials from across the country here visiting. Guess where they're coming? They're coming to see one of the biggest, one of the best public-private partnerships that was ever created, Bull Street. They're going to have an opportunity to see all the aspects of it, take a look at all these buildings and see what's happened in the vibe that's here. And guess what? We're not done yet. Robert's got a few more surprises that he can't wait to tell us about. And it's going to come out, but what we're seeing is record growth across our community. And it's because we're all working together and we're all telling our story. And everybody has a part, a role in this. And so I hope when you leave here today, you continue to think what role you play in growing our community, because we're going to keep growing, and we're going to keep growing smartly. We want to be the #1 city in South Carolina, but about quality of life, not about population, about quality of life. And what you see around us is just part of it. So thank you, Todd. Thank you, Mr. Avant. Thank you all for what you do. Thank you for letting him take this project on, and apparently I'm supposed to thank you for not spending money. So we're excited for what y'all have to come. Carl?
Tyler.
Yeah.
Well, good afternoon, everybody. It's really a beautiful day in Columbia, and I have the distinct pleasure of serving as the chair of the Bull Street Commission. And those of y'all who don't remember, this was really the Bull Street District may have not happened. Brian Newman, who was on City Council, who passed away, chaired this commission, and then Howard Duvall did. And the neighborhoods and around the area were very worried about what the Bull Street District negatively could bring to their quality of life. But I can stand here and be pleased to say that the Bull Street District, with additions like the laundry today, has done nothing but increase the vibrancy of the city. And I think that deserves a round of applause. Todd, congratulations to you and your entire family. Y'all been invested in Columbia for decades now, and I look forward to what surprises Robert has to announce in the future about continued development that's increasing the vibrancy right here in the Bull Street District. Thank you. And Carl.
Thanks, sir. Good afternoon. What an awesome day, beautiful weather, but this is really cool. Every time we get to do something new at Bull Street, it just reminds me of us sitting around talking 11 years ago with Robert and his dad, and the vision that they cast about what they could make of this glorious 181 acres. And then you look at what Todd has a vision of, and 2LR took full advantage of what your vision was, and it is really incredibly beautiful inside. And so we're excited that y'all are here. Thanks for your investment. Adaptive use is not cheap, it's not easy, but the payoff is really worth it. So thank you very much for your investment in the city. We're very, very excited to be here and to cut this ribbon with y'all today. Courtney, congratulations to you as well. Let's cut this ribbon.